In this episode I thought I'd cover what I consider 4 myth busters. These are the people that produce content that finally put to bed the idea that Dreams could only make kiddified games. This isn't part of it, I'm just using this as the intro. It's still nice though. So, in descending order, from greatest or great to exceptional. Again, this is all subjective, people might have a different view. I'll give you my reasons. You might disagree, but anyway, let's start. Lewis C729. This might be a surprise to some people because this got a lot of traction on YouTube and within the gaming fraternity. But the reason it's at 4th, I mean it's great, don't get me wrong, but it's a remake. It's not an original IP, but it is a very well done copy. It's not perfect, and no doubt he could perfect it even further. But it's still an example of, oh, wait a minute, Dreams can do this, which is basically what I was reading all over the internet when people were seeing this for the first time. Because let's face it, everybody was judging Dreams based on what we'd seen John throw together or little bits of the campaign, and I kept telling people, no, that's just the art style they've chosen. And here we go. But I've got to say, my expectations were lower than this. It actually exceeded my expectations. But yeah, that's why this is at number 4. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic, but it's not an original IP, and I prefer to see something brand new, you know? You like Slim Mackenzie stuff like that. So yeah, this isn't a number 4, but it's still pretty damn marvellous. Pretty damn marvellous. Big Safe 77. I remember seeing this. I was blown away by it. It's not just, to me, it's not just the graphics. It captures something about the space. It put me in mind immediately of Alien Isolation, is it called? I can't remember. I never finished it. It was just too difficult for me. But this, just again, you know, take that to the dissenters, I say. This is marvellous, marvellous. Lucid did a great breakdown. Lucid Stew, if you want to check his channel out and look at the breakdown. He knows his stuff when it comes to building, and it's nice to hear an expert talk about it. So if you want a breakdown of it, nip over there after you've seen this and take a look. But the presentation is actually pretty simple when you think about it. It is a static environment. You've got a robot that follows you around. It's clever though, because think about this. I think John Beach may have pointed it out, but the robot follows you around and never gets stuck on the scenery. So there's a little bit more to the AI going on there than meets the eye. It's not just a simple matter of having a follower. That follower's got to know when the door is open. It's got to know its environment to a certain extent so it doesn't get caught on anything. It's not that simple. And his environments cover a wide breadth. Look at this. I mean, seriously, look at this. This is Dreams, folks. This is Dreams. I really do hope he continues with this. I think he's said somewhere, I've read it somewhere, it's either Twitter or Discord, that he intends to continue, but I hope he's good to his word, because I want to see where he takes this. I'm all about exploration in games, and this environment is just marvellously stitched together. And a perfect environment as well, you know? I mean, he's got doors. Level linking is a doddle with stuff like this, but he's still got that sense of space. What I said at the start, it's got that sense of size. Doesn't feel like small corridors linked together, it feels like huge spaces linked together. So yeah, that's why he's at third. This I can't get enough of these people. I really can't. And next up, VirtuallyVain. If you're not impressed by this, you're not alive. You're just not breathing. Look at it. Look at this environment. That lovely moon blue light coming through, with the pallid orange windows, and the fact that water effect works beautifully. That is so well done. It's using the bubble effect, shine, and he's loosened it up a bit. But it works so well with those neon lights in the distance, giving the idea of a city. It's not really there. It's all an illusion, but it works fantastic. I want to see what he does with this. It's a very small environment. You're limited at both ends, but I don't know, film noir detective story perhaps. Maybe a few interiors thrown in. But that light, he's even got water running in the gutters. If you look closely, he's even done that. You're never going to look at that. In a way, I suppose that's a waste. As Disarmed would say, you know, if you can't see it, don't put too much detail there. Which is obviously the right thing to do. But look at that. Just look at it. Look at that gun, the shine on the gun, the hand. Wow. Just wow. I saw a little stream of him, and he was trying to add that running effect on the gun, but he just didn't quite cut it, so he deleted it. But yeah, just this is all I've seen of his, but I'm very, very impressed. Well done, that man. You are second. Look at it. Just look at it. Oh my good God. Amazing. What? You didn't guess that Disarmed was my final number one choice? Yeah, right. I mean, seriously, you can't knock this person. Oh, it's fantastic. If anybody ever heard him on the internet when he was streaming, he's got the voice. He's got that voice, you know, you want to shortchange him. That's for sure. Well, that's what he sounds like anyway. Maybe he's not like that, but that's what he sounds like. He's a nice guy. Look at these environments. His sense of space, his lighting, it's just professional. It's just, I mean, the word pro is in his name for a reason. One thing I would say though, and he uses, I put this footage in first because he's pushed the fog right back. But in some of his creations, he tends to use a focus, depth of field a lot. And as much as I love Dreams and I think it's fantastic, I don't think it quite copes with that well enough, and it gives a slight sort of a Vaseline look to things. So I would tend to go for sharpness rather than depth of field. I know what he's trying to do. Tools are going to improve over the 10-year span. I think it's going to go on longer than 10 years, to be honest. I can't see them ever dropping this number one. Dreams 1, number 2, number 3, they're all going to be the same thing, just updated constantly. Yeah. There's nothing much else to say. I mean, this is a perfect example of what I mean about the Vaseline type effect you get. It's going to be updated though. Who knows how far it'll go. That's all I've got to say about Disarmed. I think his creations speak for themselves, so I don't need to waffle anymore. Yeah, thanks for watching. That's my number 1.